Fight scenes are probably my favorite part of writing, and also reading or watching or playing, whatever it is. They just reveal a portion of the characters you are seeing significantly more than I think that any just dialogue scene can, to an extent. I feel like it can show the base instincts of a character, their past, even how they'll interact in the future sometimes. I think it shows an unbelievable amount of character info, just in the way that they move and how they fight. I have a background in martial arts and film, basically creating advertising for that martial arts place that I trained at for a long time. And so I've always been super visual when it came to combat and fighting. And I've also always loved professional martial arts like UFC, anything like that. And so I've always loved watching it. So I've seen and taken in a lot of it. And I think for me that has always been a benefit to my writing, because I can play the movie in my head that I'm seeing and describe it as if it's just a martial arts fight or a UFC fight or anything like that, and it flows it comes simply to me, I would say. That's one of my strengths, at least seeing it. And kind of most of my process, I let the characters dictate how they fight, unless I already know who they are, but then that also means that they're dictating it themselves. I like to sort of get out of the way of my characters and let them do what they need to do. At most, if I'm really struggling, I'll decide the first strike. I'll take a look at what their background is, who they are, their training, and that will inform the first movement. But from there, the rest should fall into place, as a lot of the times, fighting is reactionary and then turns into actionary, I guess. Where you are going from blocking, deflecting, dodging, and then looking for an opening to strike, whether it be with your fists or with any weapon. It is a dance of kinetic energy, but I think the beauty of actual fights that you don't see in a lot of movies or books are the dirtiness of fights, the imperfections in it. And I feel like in a lot of movies you see Jackie Chan moving like the wind, obliterating everyone, and that's cool, but it's also interesting to see everyone get hurt, because that seems to be the reality of all fights, no matter what. Even at the top of the game in the UFC, when you're watching even the champion, they are getting their ass beat a lot of the times. They will be doing the ass beating, but also be getting hurt. And so I think when creating that, it also is telling of the character as they get hurt. How do they react to their injuries? Do they think? Do they work smarter to try and essentially evade the attacks that are landing? Or do they almost lose hope and sort of fall back and start losing the fight? I think the panic and the sheer chaos of a fight is fascinating, and it can get brutal and unfair extremely quickly, because that's like when we're creating stories about characters that are in fights for their lives. I feel like very few people that actually would follow the rules of combat. It's just, I want to live, and if that means killing you, then that's just the price that you'd be willing to pay. But yeah, that's kind of how I do fight scenes. Let them flow, let the kinetic energy just kind of come out, where from the first strike, dictate, okay, what's the reaction? And then from there, the movie just kickstarts. Whether it go from toss people through tables, elbowing people, stabbing people, kneeing people, anything. Because anything goes. And that's what makes it so fun.